Alright guys, this is gonna be a little bit of a new type of a video, and today I'm looking for all the Blender gurus out there. So I have a question, and I'm trying to edit some of our cargo containers in Blender, but for the life of me I cannot figure out how to do it correctly. So let me show you what the problem is. We're in the game, so I'm now gonna just go back into the drive mode, and this is one of the containers exported with Mod Studio 2. I am trying to edit the container template to be in line with the new SCS cargo system, and well, that means rework of our containers. So there's cargo loading areas now on the trailers, and we are trying to match this 20-foot container onto the 20-foot container area. As you can see, this container does not really sit on the trailer where it should, so it's moved to the front of the trailer. As you can see, the pins on the back of the trailer do not align with the pins of the box itself. So you would think this is an easy way to edit and export, right? Yeah, so did I. I've given this a shot, and whatever I do, the container ends up in the same position as you see now on this image. To make things worse, when I tried to do this with a 53-foot container for American Truck Sim, after a couple of failed attempts, basically by doing the same thing, I actually managed to align that one. And I don't even know what I did. That's why this is all so baffling to me. And that's why I'm going to show you how I do it, what I do, and I hope one of you guys is going to be able to spot what the mistake is or what step I'm skipping, and let me know. And the first one who actually comes with the correct answer and tells me what I'm doing wrong and what I need to do to actually make these containers sit on the trailers right, it's gonna get a nice little reward in the form of a, I don't know, a Steam gift card or Amazon gift card or whatever gift card I can buy, you know, internationally. I don't know where you are from, but you're getting a gift card equivalent, I don't know, Steam gift card. The biggest one I can buy is like 600 Norwegian kroners. That's about 50 to 60 bucks. So in that range, the first one who actually tells me what I'm doing wrong gets a gift card of your choosing that I can actually buy. There you go. Let me show you the whole process in Blender. How I do this, how I import my model, how I export, and how I edit, so you can see and probably or hopefully figure out what I'm doing wrong. All right, guys. We are in Blender, and here I have a empty folder that I'm going to use where I'm going to import my mod, and we're going to edit it. So just so I can show you, we are starting with a completely empty folder, blank one, and I'm just going to start with a complete empty general Blender scene. I'm just going to delete all these things from the scene. That's what I would usually do. So here in Blender settings, I have all these paths set, and I have the project base path set to my empty folder, and this is all set for Euro Truck Sim, all these files. I think everything's correct, and well, no special settings applied. I'm not a Blender pro, so I don't do much of anything here. And I'm gonna go into import SCS models. I'm gonna use the converter picks and import a SCS file. So just to be sure, I'm just gonna select my preset. That's for ETS2. That's gonna use my base share and base vehicle files. And just in case. So the project base path is set to that empty folder. and this is the import options. So nothing special as much as I can see. So after this, I'm gonna go into my documents. I'm gonna go to Eurotruck Sim. I'm gonna go to mods. Now I'm gonna select this new container test.scs file. This is actual mod that you saw in game. So this is as close as it gets to what the actual mod is. I'm just gonna import this, and that's gonna go, we're gonna select vehicle, Mod Studio 2 cargo, which is the subfolder I want to use when Mod Studio creates folders. The foobar is our internal name when I export it from Mod Studio. The container internal name. 20 is the container size, and there's the PNG file that's in the game. This works in the game, as you saw. And if we switch here to a textured view, and we switch in the sidebar, the visibility tools, switch to just the default one, view model, you're going to see that this is the container that we just saw in Eurotruck. You can safely ignore these warnings, errors. There's 20 looks that we have prepared for all of these containers. So one single model file can basically carry 20 different looks. If there is no looks when you export, we ignore them in Mod Studio. But I think this does not affect how the location ends up, because then the 53-foot container wouldn't work. The one that actually worked yesterday for me. Okay, let's close this and let me show you how I edit this. It should be pretty easy, because here we have just a couple of basic things. So this is a SCS base object, root object, or whatever it's called. It's the container. As you can see, this is not in the center of my scene. It's off. So if I switch to properties here, we're going to see that my container is in the 0, 0, 0 location. Technically, the root object locator is centered, but the meshes and the collider are not. And you can clearly see that the collision box, if we show it, the collision box is actually moved 2.4 meters. I'm just gonna copy this value, because then I'm gonna just use it. So I guess the whole point is to move everything, I would say. So if we put this to 0 and move these minus 2.4, we're gonna get everything nice and centered. So I'm sure there's a way of doing this automatically for all these objects, but well, I'm not a Blender pro. Here we go. This actually looks exactly as it should be. I am assuming that the model in the end has to be centered in the scene, so that the 20-foot container area on the trailer is aligned. I would assume that they did this way. Anyways, think I need to, since we kind of don't want these Y values like this, I'm gonna select all these meshes. I'm gonna hit Control A, and I'm gonna apply the location. And I think this is it. I'm pretty sure I don't want to apply the collision box. But because the collision box also has the Z value, which we actually want to keep. But I'm not sure. I'm not a Blender pro, so this is it. And this one already has everything on 0. To me, this looks exactly as it should be. I'm probably missing something simple, but this is it. And after I'm done with this, I go to my output, scroll down to the SCS export and SCS conversion helper. And these are my settings. I usually select everything because, well, why not? Says that we're gonna export the selection. I just leave everything as it is. So I have my conversion tools. And yeah, and we're gonna export into a new folder. Let's call it, it's not gonna be 20 liquid, it's just gonna be container 20 foot. So this is it. I'm gonna click pack mod. I would expect this to be what we want. Actually, at this point, yeah, I don't know if I have to save my project as a Blender file. Would that make any difference? I suppose it shouldn't. And once this is done, we can quickly open my export, container 20 feet, vehicle. It's going to be in this one, 20, and there's the files. This was exported 1 minute ago, and I would assume these are the correct files, right? You would think that. I don't know. Let's actually test. So if I go back here into my container 20 feet, if I just put this into a archive as a zip, and I just call it SCS, and we hit OK. And I just, for the sake of it, delete the import or base folder, just to make sure nothing is left over. Oh, okay, we're in the game. So if I just delete all of this, there we go, and we try to import what we just exported. Oh, sorry, import SCS, all the same settings. You can just go to my SCS models, export, and this is the file that we just exported. There you go, it's back offset. The position did not stick. So the container, actually the CL1, the collision box, is now back at 2.4 meters. I don't know what I need to do in Blender for this to work. So the first one who tells me what I need to do, tells me what I'm doing wrong, gets a gift card. And my eternal gratitude. This is funny. But yeah, well, this is going to be probably one of the new things occurring with the whole project, where I'm going to try to fiddle with Blender and I'm going to end up stuck. And you guys are going to have a chance of, well, helping out. In any case, thank you all for watching, and thank you for trying to help. See you next time.